Let's Uncommon Fossil of the Day, taking a look at a Firebox deck, right? Charizard EX is super good. You've played it, you've played against it, right? So 230 HP stage 2. It's a fire Pokemon, but then it terastallizes. It becomes dark type when it evolves to the stage 2. Very nice attack, 180 for 2 energy, 30 more for each prize card your opponent's taken. So it's a really nice attacker late game as the game goes on, but early on you'd like something to do a little more damage. So looking to pair this with some other fire attackers. Oh, and of course there's the Infernal Rain ability, right? This is a big part of why Firebox deck's appealing now too. When you evolve into Charizard EX, then you can search your deck up to 3 basic fire energies, accelerate them to your Pokemon any way you like. So very good. So getting those fire energies into play, getting whatever fire attackers we want set up. So that what I want to happen is get some early game, big damage attackers to pair with Charizard EX for the late game. So what I put in here, I put in 2 Entei Vs, a very nice Pokemon. It's a basic attacker, so that makes it easier to set up. Only 2 energy, so that's good too. Burning Rondo does 20 plus 20 more for each bench Pokemon. 2 full benches, it does 220. Can take out, obviously, generally a basic V or basic EX, or less damage than that usually needs to take out a single prize Pokemon, so good to get things going early on. Fleet-footed ability, you get to draw 1 extra card if it's in the active spot, so that's nice too. It doesn't make the Pokemon great, but it's just a nice little plus there. So a nice option to have to attack with. And then a 2/2 Arcanine EX line, right? Arcanine EX, we all have that from the starter deck. 280 HP, so a solid number there on stage 1. And it does, the big attack, Bright Flame, does 250 for 3 energy, so that is nice early on in the game. We can boost it by 32. We'll get to that shortly to get to 280, which really is the number we want to get to knock out those Evolution EXs and V Stars. And so that's a nice damage level at 250. Nice to discard 2 energy, so that's not ideal. So you want to take a meaningful knockout with it to sacrifice those 2 energy. And then Raging Claw's attack for 2 energy does 30 plus 10 more for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So very nice there. If you're hit into but not knocked out, you can really good revenge attacker. So 2/2 line there, 2 Enteis, and a 2/1/2 Charizard EX line, one of the stage 1. What else do we have? Oh, we have a Radiant Charizard. That's just a nice attacking option late game also. Once they've taken 4 prizes with Excited Heart ability, you're attacking for 1 energy, doing 250 damage, so very nice. And as a single prizer, it's nice, right? Late game, you will be doing more damage with Charizard EX probably, but Radiant Charizard's a single prizer, so that can help delay your opponent's victory by a turn, and that's important, right? If they knocked out, say, an Entei V and then an Arcanine EX, then they take a Charizard, the Radiant Charizard, they didn't win the game, right? So therefore, I like the single prizer as an attacking option. And we play a 1/1 Rapidash in the deck as well for the heat boost ability. Once during your turn, you may discard a fire energy from your hand to use this ability, and then your fire Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage. So it boosts the damage of all the attackers except Charizard EX, right? Because that one is no longer fire type. But very nice. So the Arcanine EX gets to 280. The Entei, even if there's not quite a full bench, can get to the 220, 230. It can hit 250 with full benches. So Radiant Charizard can get to from 250 to 280. So that extra 30 is very nice, very helpful thing to have. So I like it in the deck. And getting some energy discarded is good. We play 12 basic fire energy because that's what we're excelling with Charizard. That's what we're discarding with Rapidash. That that's just what we're utilizing. So we also play Kindler in the deck too. We get to the transfer. All right, I'll jump with I spilled the beans. Playing Kindler, why is it that good? Probably not. Do I like it? I do like it. I was intrigued by it when it came out. It really hasn't been that good, but hey, it's a Firebox deck. If Kindler's going to work in any deck, it's this deck, so I'm trying to make it work, and it actually is pretty decent, I will say. You use this card only if you discard a fire energy from your hand, so you have to have fire energy in your hand. Perhaps 1 or 2 more fire energies in the deck would be better with Kindler, but then what happens is you look at the top 7 cards of your deck, not bad, and you put any 2 of them into your hand. So yes, you're not obviously searching for 2 cards. That would be just busted, right? But it is you know, when you see 7, it's a good number of cards. Getting 2 into hand, good chance of getting some cards that you really make your day, such as Rare Candy and such. So getting into the rest of the list here, 1 Hisuian Heavy Ball. We play a number of different Pokemon. We want to be able to grab a basic from the prize cards there. 4 Magma Basin. I said 3 because I might want to cut it to 3. Maybe, you know, then it's a question of what other cards you put in. But Magma Basin, we're playing 4. I don't think we need 4. Bumping Path, of course, is important for Charizard EX's ability. And then it allows you to accelerate a fire energy for the discard pile to when your bench fire Pokemon. Then you put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. Generally, the 2 damage counters aren't a big factor in the game. Just keep that in mind. And like I said, it's a useful stadium for sure, and lets us bump our opponent's stadium 2 Kindlers, 2 Forest Seal Stone. We play the Entei V, so we attach Forest Seal Stone to that search for any 1 card at some point in the game. Very good there. 1 Miriam. I'm wondering if I should replace this with a second Super Rod as I've been playing the deck. I'll put that out there for you to think about. You shuffle up to 5 Pokemon from the discard pile any way you'd like. I mean, any 5 up to 5 from your discard pile into your deck. And if you shuffled any cards that way, then you draw 3 cards. So the draw factor is nice as well. I think having the option of Pokemon or energy with Super Rod might be better for second Super Rod. But anyway, leaving it as is for now. Playing 1 Super Rod up to 3, any combination up to 3 Pokemon and or basic energies from discard pile into deck, 4 Nest Ball to set up, 4 Professor's Research to get set up, 2 Boss's Orders, super important. 4 Iono, I like it, especially in a Rare Candy deck. We don't always want to research away never want to research away the Rare Candies. We only play 2 here, by the way, just because we're only playing as a 2-1-2 line. 2 should be adequate. Less likely to hit it though, of course. That's the downside there. But Iono, see fresh 6 cards early games, very good. Late game, put our opponent to a small hand size is nice too. 1 Super Rod, 4 Ultra Ball to get some Pokemon, 3 Switch cards with Magma Basin or with Arcanine EX discarding its energies. We want a little higher count of Switch here. So and I don't want Rope, I think, because I think I wanted my opponent's active to stay there most of the time. You could put 1 Rope in and 2 Switch, but I think Switch is what this deck wants, not Rope. Could be wrong once again. You know, play the deck, see what you think. Let me know in the comments what counts should be changed. And then 2 Rare Candies. That's enough to get it going. One Charizard EX might be enough. 2 certainly is as much as you're ever going to possibly play in a game with only 2 EXs. We could recover with Miriam or Super Rod, but again, 2 is all we're doing. We want to attack with the other fire attacker. So it's a Firebox deck. You know, if you like fire decks, give it a try. I'm going to jump in online, see what we can do with the deck. All right, so we'll see how things go with this game here. Hopefully I can show off the deck. Getting some decent results with the deck. It's not going to be the BDIF, right? I know that, but I do enjoy the fire package. I like the pieces that the deck has, so I have a lot of fun with it. So all right, I get to go first. That is a plus. Obviously, we have evolutions. We could potentially attack turn 1. I mean, turn 1 going second. It's unlikely, though, is also fair to say. So Heavy Ball, Nest Ball, that's quite nice. Ice Rider. All right, so anyway, so I'm working on an Ice Rider deck as my next deck, actually. After this one, Figure Fire, might as well jump to what's weak with it. So I don't, you know, what are they pairing? All right, that's very nice. Forest Seal Stone, too. All right, well, that's pretty good, actually. Let's see what's anything there. Nothing there. So 1 Rare Candy, 2 Ultra Balls. Okay, Arcanine EX. So, Entei, let me grab a card here. Iono Kindler. It's not terrible. Shall I just go with... I'll go with Charmander. Obviously, I'm up against a water attacker, so getting set up quickly is going to be very important. Forest Seal Stone, I'm not going to utilize it this turn, so I will just end turn, right? Don't want to play down Magma Basin. I don't have any energy to accelerate, and you don't really want to accelerate to what's going to become the Charmander Charmeleon, because it's going to become a Charizard EX when I want to attack with it, and it will accelerate to itself, unless I think my opponent's going to play Path, which it could be a Path deck, right? Path is useful for Ice Rider, right? They may be an Arceus deck too. That's kind of a common way to pair it. Let's see what they grab here. Is it going to be another Ice Rider? So they grab the VMAX. So see, now the problem for them is it makes Iono a very attractive play for me, I got to say. We'll see what I do here, right? It's not great. Well, the problem is, as I'm thinking, I might want to Iono them still to cause them some grief. Let's see what they get into play. So Palkia, Ice Rider, very solid combination. Okay, Energy Search. I mean, they're both good cards. I don't know if it is a package, how strong it will be. So they're going to hit into me, do 40, which becomes 80. Oh, 40, so 70. But they still don't knock me out. That's okay. They're going to knock me out next turn. They didn't play the Palkia. That does surprise me. I'm going to play him. I think I'm going to Iono. Well, all right, let me see what I draw here. If I hit energy, I mean, I hate. That's actually, research is pretty solid, isn't it? So I'm going to research this away. Get 7 cards. Okay. So Ponyta, I have energy. I can accelerate energy. Let's see what I got here. So I'm going to get a Growlithe down. I don't love that because, again, they're just going to wipe me out. So easy peasy. This is not good, I think it's fair to say. Yeah, not good is a very reasonable description of things here. They're going to knock me out. So is there something I want to grab with my Forest Seal Stone, right? He's going to get wiped out. I'm not going to throw down the other Entei because that's just 2 cheap prizes, right, to me. So I'm doing 140. So I think I want to grab something. Could grab Rare Candy. I don't need Rare Candy, though, do I? But that would... I'm going to grab Rare Candy. It's a bit of a fake to my opponent, right? They kind of know I don't need it, too, because I have the stage 1. But gives me the threat of getting 2 evolved this next turn. So we'll see what happens here. They're going to just blow me away next turn. They actually can take me out by piercing me again, right? That's bad, right? They don't need to evolve to the stage, to the VMAX, right? If they do, I do have the potential of taking them out. Oh, they did. So that's very nice, I got to say. Very, very nice. That's a misplay for sure. Wow. Okay, so that doesn't... Okay, so I could send up the Growlithe, but he's going to get knocked out, right? So I'm going to send him up, right? Because I'm going to attack with him. Pretty sure that's the play I want to make. So boss. So I want to take out the Palkia. All right, I'm going to get rid of Entei. And do I need the energy? I need to get rid of something else, right? I'll get rid of the energy. I like the Rare Candy. I like the boss. I like the Switch. I like all those cards. I really do. So I will evolve energy. Maybe Growlithe, huh? Maybe Growlithe. Yeah, I have plenty of energy for my next Charizard. So energy, energy, energy here. I have Boss. I mean, I could take him out. I could take out. Maybe I should. I wonder if I should boss up the Palkia because he's going to become a V-Star, and then I don't have the ability to one-shot him. So I'm going to take out the Palkia. The Greninja's dangerous though too. I gotta say, right? Greninja. Although he can't power up the Greninja now, so that's a plus too because Greninja can take out two of my benched guys. Or hit into the active for, well, no, I'm not weak, so they wouldn't want to do that. So they're going to hit into me with the Ice Rider. I'm going to take out the Ice Rider. The question becomes, what do I do here? I do have Switch. So I kind of like that too. So actually, I'm going to evolve into the Arcanine EX. He won't get knocked off on the bench. They can't attack with Radiant Greninja, I'm pretty sure. There's no way I don't believe there's any way they can get 3 energy on him. So taking out the Palkia helped neutralize the Greninja danger. Ice Rider is good, but it doesn't one-shot me. Palkia wouldn't one-shot me either, but I can one-shot, but I couldn't one-shot the Palkia V. So, they're doing that to draw some cards, really. Okay, Path to the Peak, which is awkward, right? It shuts down my Charizard's EX's ability. So, okay, so that's solid on their part. I get it. They're not going to knock me out, so that's okay. So next turn is tricky, right? This turn's pretty easy. I'm glad I took out the Palkia still. I'm pretty sure that was right. I'll finish off the Ice Rider. I assume. I mean, they could feed me something else to knock out. I still have 2 more bosses in deck, right? Honestly, I didn't check the prizes like I should have, so that's not good on my part. But so yeah, doing 250, they're gonna knock me out, which is okie dokie. Iono, yeah, all right. So I need to keep Rare Candy, right? Wait, you know what I could do? I could attack with my other Charizard, right? So I think that's what so I want to get rid of this guy and this guy. I think I have the other Charizard in deck, right? That's the question. Then I Charizard, and yeah. So that's what I want. Let me just double check the energies before. So I have the energies. Okay, good. So I have the evolution. I have the knockout. Oh, I don't have the energies though. So that's not good, right? Didn't hit this. I forgot. So I'm not going to use my Charizard because, because I can't accelerate energy. So that's a problem. I didn't think that through like I should have. Whoa. The game's really weird today. I had the thing earlier today where the game glitched out. I didn't get to select the prize cards. It just gave me 3 prize cards that came out kind of weird. So let's see what happens here. I have Magma Basin, so they might Iono me, and that's bad. If they don't Iono me, I have game, right? Because I forget what Charizard will do, but it will. Let's see, with 4 prizes, 4 times 3 does 120, so I believe it's at 300. So, okay, so I have game now. They didn't Iono me. I was vulnerable to Iono, and they knew I was sitting on something. They knew I had the Charizard. So there are times I will kind of bluff things as well. Choice Belt is becoming less and less valuable. Wow, okay, so they couldn't, because they pathed themselves, they couldn't attack, right? So what do I want to do here? I think I want to All right, I'm going to just kind of sit on this hand here. I'm not. I'm going to make some plays here. Get my energies into play. Yeah, now I can retreat anybody as well. So I have game on board unless they can take 4 prizes next turn, which I'm pretty sure they can't do. So I'm liking this. So I will just, boom, hit into you. You can't take 4 prizes next turn. Their ability to, they can accelerate their energy. So what will I send up here? I will send up, again, it doesn't particularly matter, right? All right, I'll send up Ponyta. He retreats for 1, which is fine. Palkia is going to accelerate. Once they take a prize, though, my damage increases, right? So now there is a potential, right? See what they do. Maybe I should have not given up the prize. I do run a risk. Okay, they did not accelerate to Radiant Greninja. So maybe I sent up the wrong Pokemon. Maybe I should have sent up the Charizard, now that I think about it, right? I have to think about that. So losing the Ponyta, I lose the damage boost, but they'll have taken 3 prizes. 3 times 3 is 90. So I think I'm going to come up 10 short now, right? 10 short is not what I like to see. So, so what am I going to do here? Playing Path again, which is fine. I don't need Path. I don't need to Path anymore this game. So, obviously, huge damage there. I don't think they can win. They need Radiant Greninja could get them game, but they used their V-Star power not for Radiant Greninja, so I think that's going to cost them very big. So I'm 10 short, which is sad. I will grant you, but that's okay, right? If I had drawn the Rapidash, the game would have been mocking me, right? It would have, which it could have done. Maybe I deserved that mocking, right? Maybe I should have sent up Growlithe, getting him knocked out because I wasn't going to evolve him, having the Rapidash. Okay, so now, the thing is, they're not going to one-shot me still, and eventually, I only need 1 prize, right? So I play boss. I have 2 boss still in deck. I assume, I could have 1 prize. I'm guaranteed 1 boss in deck, if not 2. Obviously, I haven't been digging through my deck because I haven't hit anything useful. I guess I should thin my hand as well. Just play down my Nest Ball. I only need 1 prize, so I don't think they can get another card, Pokemon, into play that I can't. All right, 1 shot, right? Because they don't knock me out. So that's the problem, right? If they don't knock me out, they still need 3 prizes. They should have probably been manually attaching to Radiant Greninja. They kept not doing that, which I don't think was smart on their part. I don't think I want to thin, actually. Great. It reshuffles my deck. I figure boss may be more likely top than bottom. So I'm just going to attack here. Do 270. Right. Could have sent up Growlithe, I guess. I can retreat Growlithe, though, right? They can't. Like I said, well, Radiant Greninja would take 4 prizes this turn, right? It would take out my 2 Charizards, but they can't do that. They should have been working on that Radiant Greninja, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think, Charizard's tankiness is very nice here. Obviously, it's a water deck, so being a firebox deck wasn't great. But, it was okay, though. It was adequate to get going. I attacked, I believe, with 1 Entei V. Got things going with that early. And it's a pretty straightforward deck. This time I'm leaning into Charizard heavily. I only play 2 Charizards, so this is obviously not the game plan I'm looking for with the deck. but it is obviously necessary up against the water deck. So there we go, getting the job done with the Fire box deck. So it's certainly a solid deck, and that fact that the Charizard is Dark type gives you a chance against the water decks, and it's a solid matchup against other decks. You do bigger damage early on with some of the other attackers, right? The Entei and the Arcanine EX. So I like the flexibility of the deck. Rapidash is a plus for sure too. So I suggest give the deck a try, see how you like it. I think it's kind of fun. Take care.